This week on Most Craved,
We're taking a look at the trailers for this summer's major movies.
And we've got director Rob Cohen, who's pretty cool.
Hey guys, welcome to Most Craved. I'm Jenna Bush with Legion of Leia.
I'm Silas Lesnick with ComingSoon.net.
And I'm William Bibiani with Crave Online. Hey, we've got Rob Cohen. Rob Cohen, the director of The Fast and Furious and The Boy Next Door, which is out on DVD and Blu-ray when, Rob?
Now. Coming out now.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Now. Go get it.
Go run. Run.
I have 7-year-old triplets. They need to go to college. Please. Please. I'm begging you.
This movie, I loved this movie when it came out back in January. This movie stars Jennifer Lopez, all the J-Las, and Ryan Guzman, and it's an erotic thriller, which they don't do anymore.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Thank you for that. It seemed to do well.
It did very well. We were quite pleasantly surprised.
Was it really that much of a surprise? We're going to get J-Lo getting all sexy and thought no one would go?
You never know, because my new theory is that the stars of the Twitterverse and the stars of the cinema are two different kinds of stars. And you can have 30 million Facebook followers, but that does not necessarily translate to 30 million people going to see the movie.
Yeah, they're not all necessarily going to buy a ticket, yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost like it's a new class of star. People are interested in what they wear, who they're having sex with, where they're showing up, all this stuff. But when it says, hey, this Twitter star has a new movie coming out, it's like, yeah.
Now we have to leave our house.
Yeah.
And but looks like we're all going to leave our house for all of these fabulous trailers. It was a huge trailer week.
It's insane how many are out. I guess we should start with the big one because Star Wars Celebration was this past weekend, and the new Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer came out. I'm not going to lie, there was ugly crying. Really undignified.
Everyone was crying over this movie.
It was like being 6 again. It was so cool. It just, the moments in it were so incredible that just seeing Chewie and Han, they're home. Oh my God.
I know.
No, I'm not going to cry now, I promise
No, it's
you.
okay. You can cry all you want. You can cry all you want. I don't know. Like, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I like Star Wars
wrong
just
with
fine.
you, Bibbs?
No, I think the original trilogy is great. I think the new trilogy is pretty terrible.
Well, yes.
And I think all the other movies, which are pretty bad too, the Ewok movies, the animated movies.
They don't exist.
So that is not true. You can't just ignore them. Like when you
Sure,
look
I
at the
can.
numbers, most Star Wars movies suck. So for me, I look at this new trailer, I'm like, oh, maybe this one will be good, or maybe it won't. It certainly looks neat. Some cool action sequences in it.
Star Destroyer
There's a
crashed
Star Destroyer
on
that is.
Jakku.
Okay, how is a Star
cool.
Destroyer crash not destroyed a planet? I mean, it's surely.
That's physics.
Okay. I don't know.
Why
It was
let
me.
that get in the way?
I know. Who needs physics? There's no physics in Middle Earth. Why should there be physics anywhere else?
There's also something to be said just for the way it was delivered, which was at Star Wars Celebration. One of the neat things that J.J. Abrams did was bring out BB-8, who is the droid that rolls. And there was a lot of people after the first teaser trailer saying, like, oh, too much CGI. And it was a neat moment to say, like, this isn't CGI. We built a robot that does this. And he's like, I mean, I sort of was like, okay, I'm behind this character now, whatever he is. These moments, these iconic things, the Darth Vader, the melted, there's some really, really solid moments to just fuel speculation without really telling us anything.
Yeah, I like that they didn't give away a lot. And I actually also have to say this about Kathleen Kennedy, who's the president of Lucasfilm, and how she was talking about how she didn't have a lot of women. Like they asked her who she'd like to be in the Star Wars universe, and she said, I don't have a lot of choice, but that's going to change. She talked about how many more women we're going to have in the Star Wars universe, and for me, that was another really ugly cry moment. So I sound terrible. Wow.
You sound You sound passionate.
I am.
You sound passionate. Rob, you come as a director. You get passionate about a new Star Wars trailer? Do you go, yeah?
Oh, I do, because not to sound like Forrest Gump or anything, but like not about the box of chocolate, about in my own history with Star Wars. Back in 1976, I guess it was 76, George was showing the first cast and crew screening. And because his lawyer and my lawyer are the same lawyer, Tom Pollock, we went to this Saturday morning screening for the cast and crew. And I had no idea what I was seeing. I had gone to the Industrial Light and Magic Institution out in Van Nuys, but that looked like a bunch of kids building little model rocket ships. And the technical jump from me as a film person looking at this and going, well, these toys are cute and they're cool, but I don't know how this is going to become a movie, right? And then here we are sitting in the Academy screening room, and the thing, once that crawl comes under the lens, and you're going like, holy shit, right? Right? And I watched the whole movie that way. Now the lights come up, and there's applause. It wasn't like ravenous applause. And George comes up the aisle, and he turns to Tom Pollock and myself. And I can tell you, only twice in my life have I seen a man sweat horizontal, right? The sweat was not going like this. It was going out. It was being literally levitated, off George's brow. And he went, oh, hey, what'd you think? I said, George, it's fucking amazing. It's amazing. He goes, you think I'll get my money back? And I said, well, how much did you spend on the production? He went, $8 million. And I go, oh, you got nothing to worry about. This thing's going to do at least 70.
And you were right.
It ended up
you were
doing
right.
okay.
Am I limited?
Yeah,
very,
you were 100%
very
right.
limited.
It did 70 and beyond. Will Batman v Superman do 70 and beyond?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
it will.
surely it
There
will.
The
There's no
novelty
question.
factor alone is going to make this thing win.
Yeah.
It's such a weird weekend for movies. Like as a kid who grew up as a nerd, I have a Superman tattoo. I'm really excited for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, as long as that title is. That being said, to compare it to the Star Wars trailer, which ends with a moment with Harrison Ford and Chewbacca, it's awesome. Batman v Superman ends with a great little moment, but it's a moment that we already were shown at Comic-Con a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I know all fans didn't get to see it,
Yeah.
but as exciting as it should be, it just wasn't as fun as seeing the Star Wars.
Yeah, I have to agree, and I'm a huge Batman fan. I love Superman. I do not have a tattoo, not of that anyway. But those giggles. But I think there was something about this trailer that didn't grab me, and I think it was unfortunate the way it came out, because it was leaked when the Star Wars trailer came out. They had to put out the official one, and it just had a really dark and dour tone. Now that it's a trailer, so like I want to love every movie, and I would love this to be awesome. So.
Right. We can't judge the film yet, but we can
Right.
judge the film that they're trying to sell us. This is
Right.
what they're telling us about it, and we can say whether or not it looks any good. And it looks like it's no fun at all. It looks dour.
I don't think that. I mean, it certainly looks darker, but like.
What part of it looks fun to you? Was it the
Because it's
political
Batman
talking
fighting
heads?
Superman.
Well,
Or was
Batman
it-
armor. Batman armor.
Batman armor?
But you got to look at the director in that case, because Zack Snyder has a kind of inconsistent record for real, to your gut entertainment. He blew it out of the park with 300.
Yeah.
Then Watchmen, everybody's divided on that, right?
Yeah.
Because fidelity to the book may not have always been the best decision, And Superman, I quite enjoyed.
Yeah, I liked it too, but again, very mixed. I think the thing with Zack Snyder, I think you're right, is when he nails it, he can be fantastic. But it's not like necessarily, if Zack Snyder's doing it, it will be amazing.
Yeah.
And so I look at this trailer and I think to myself, so Batman's just going to watch cable news and decide to fight Superman, and all the visuals look like it came from like cutscenes from that Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah, which by the way is
doesn't-
really awesome. I have a blister on my finger from that.
Okay, still? That's
Yes,
impressive.
still.
That's impressive. But anyway, that could go either way. What other trailers came out?
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World looks fun.
Yes, it's dinosaur porn, and not the dinosaur porn that they are currently selling on Amazon. It's a
That
lot.
dinosaur porn is awesome.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh dear.
It's so
All right.
funny.
Well,
Chuck
so
Dingle,
many
bless
new
you.
things I know about you.
Okay.
But there's the action's really cool. There is that sort of thing that Joss Whedon pointed out about Bryce Dallas Howard's character being this stiff, icy bitch, and Chris Pratt's character being a life force, and kind of tired of that trope. But the dinosaurs look amazing. Raptor gang. So yes.
I'm down.
The trailer that I was honestly most impressed by, not overall, but as far as I wasn't necessarily looking forward to, was Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
A really solid
Yeah.
trailer. Looks like a really good adaptation.
And gave you emotion.
Yeah.
You know, you really wanted to see those four band together. That's what I
You
felt.
really like the actors.
What I didn't expect from that trailer was the fun moment with Toby Kebbell, who's going to become Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Just sort of like having fun and joking around with Johnny Storm. That was actually really, really cute. That I did not see coming. But I got to tell you, even though I love Fantastic Four more than anything, and I think this is the best cast ever assembled for a Fantastic Four movie, there's a part of it that just looks a little generic to me, and I really would wish that I could see more personality coming out of it. But there's certainly nothing in this trailer that makes it look like it necessarily is going to be bad right now. I just don't see any reason to get super excited.
I am super excited because I was not looking forward to this at all. You've heard me
Well-
talk about it before. I was like, ugh, why are we doing this again? And I was pleasantly surprised. I actually thought it was a blast to watch.
Well, having tried to cast Toby Kebbell in several of my projects that in these cases didn't come to fruition, what was a joy for me is to see this unique talent, and he is a unique talent, to land in something where the world is going to go, Toby Kebbell,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so I get satisfaction because I felt that 5 years ago.
There was something very odd about how it was delivered. It was actually happened during the Star Wars presentation on Sunday that Josh Trank, who was the director, was supposed to be presenting, and they came on stage and said he was sick and he wouldn't be there. And then all of a sudden this trailer gets released during the presentation.
It seems like everyone's trying to take some thunder away from Star Wars by putting
luck
out all
with
these
that.
trailers right at the beginning. Yeah, it did not work. Ant-Man got a lead on it. Ant-Man looks so much more fun than I thought it would, based on all the troubles we heard about the production and everything like that. It had some great gags in it. The whole bit with the train. The whole bit with the train made me just really want to see this movie. Really
That was
bad.
really cute. I liked it. I think it's because the first trailer didn't really convince me. This one I think is a blast. So
Well, it has a sense of humor now. I think before they were trying to get us to take Ant-Man seriously. Now they're trying to tell us, don't take him too seriously. This is just going to be a fun
they have little
movie.
billboards outside that are like this high. I don't know if
that
you guys
is
have
so
seen those
cute.
yet. They're awesome. Yes.
It feels like, you know, they're taking a page from Guardians of the Galaxy, which is, if you're going to do Ant-Man, it better be a rollicking good time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and then we have Tomorrowland, which we've gotten a nice long trailer for this, which I actually think this was a really interesting trailer rollout because it started with little teases, and then it was sort of, oh, okay, we're in another land, but nothing was really given away, and now we have a almost 3-minute trailer with full of action. I thought it was really cool.
Full of action, but we still don't know everything about
Right,
the movie, which is
which
great.
I
It's just
like.
one fun action sequence, lots of robots, teasing the technology. I just want to see more of the jetpacks. The jetpacks look awesome.
Woohoo, jetpacks.
I'm down. I love Brad Bird. I hope that movie turns out great. So that is it for Most Craved. We will be back next week. Go see, rent, buy The Boy Next Door. You will have so much fun with this movie. You'll have so much fun with this movie. Am I right?
I think so. And remember my triplets.
That's right.
Remember his triplets.
Do it for the triplets. Follow us on Most Craved.